got a package in the mail today, and this is for the 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X. And what it is that we picked up a set of trail mirrors from Boosted Auto to do on the Jeep to add a little nice touch to it and to give it a little bit more appeal to them. But I was online checking them out and they caught my eye, so I figured, yeah, what the heck, we'll give this a shot and we'll see how hard it is to wire these up, and I'll go through some of that. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you guys can stay posted when we drop videos like this. And I'll also share Boosted Auto's online link in the description below. So if you guys are interested in a set of these mirrors for yourself, just check out the link in the description below and we're going to go over it. But what do you say we head on over to the workbench and we'll tear into this, and I'll give you a little overlay on what's all included in this. Our trail mirrors that we ordered from Boosted Auto, and I was checking out for a new mod to do on the Jeep, and these have really caught my eye because they also have a running lights in the mirrors. They're like a tow mirror that you see on these bigger trucks, so they call these their trail mirrors. What we have here is a packing slip, but they have what you would call ditch lights on the front of the lights, and then when you put the vehicle in reverse, they have also backup lights on the outsides of the mirrors, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Oh, check this out. We even got a little duck that they sent us. That's pretty cool. So we're going to put this off to the side. So opening the box up, we got a business card, a magnet. We got some, looks like some harnesses and some parts here, some inline fuses. And what I'll do is going to put this all up on the workbench, lay this all out, and then I'll take you guys up and show you the mirrors. Some more inline fuses, and here we have some harnesses that we'll be using. Some more harnesses, and then opening this, pulling the styrofoam up. And here we have the trail mirrors themselves, so check these out. Here are the mirrors, and they are split mirrors, so I don't know if you guys could see yourself in there or reflection of the light. But as you can see here, here's the backup mirror, and then I'm going to flip them around a little bit, and here's the back side of the mirror. But I'm going to put these up on the workbench, and then I'm going to show you guys what they look like and some of the details on the mirrors, and then we're going to hold them up to the Jeep in reference to the size. So let me get these set up, and I'll see you in a little while. So now that I got everything out of the box, but here are the mirrors that we will be putting on the Jeep Wrangler. And what I like about these mirrors is that what really caught my eye is that they also have ditch lights or spotlights or trail lights on the outside, on the back sides of the mirror. And right here is your running light and your turn signals. So we all know that the Jeep Wranglers don't come with turn signals in the mirrors as these trucks do in their tow mirrors and things like that. So we decided to put a little bit of a touch to the Jeep. And on this side, I don't want to do the mirror, shine the mirrors at you guys, but as you can see, the mirror is split and the lower mirror is concaved a little bit. And these also have the lane assist indicator in them, and they also have backup lights right in here. So when you put the vehicle in reverse, the lights will go on. This way you can shine up the back side of your vehicle. And like I said, they do give you the harnesses to go with it. So this is also the switch for the external spotlights on the outside, or we'll call them trail lights. And then they give you a bunch of inline fuse taps and things like that. So, but I do have these set up on the workbench as the way I will be putting them on the Jeep. So this will be on the left side, this will be on the right side. But what do you say we go over and we'll compare the size of these mirrors to the stock ones. See here, these are the stock size mirrors that come with your Jeep Wrangler, and here are the new mirrors. And you can see there is quite a, well, I don't want to bump the, quite the size difference in them. So holding them side by side from the bottom, we are only looking at maybe approximately 2.5 inches bigger this way, taller than the stock one. And we are possibly, I'm going to flip this around this way a little bit, so this way I can see how far out they stick out. They are approximately, well, I can't get my hand in there. We'll have to do it the front side, but you guys ain't going to see that then. And about the same on the stock side, or on the out. So they'll stick out about this much more past the stock mirrors, but they will go somewhere on here. And mind you that this will be inside the vehicle, so we'll be going in approximately another 2 more inches. But they're going to look something like this on the vehicle. And another good reason why I like these, so maybe as you can see here, it does have the control for your regular conventional mirror, and then it has the concave mirror, so this way you guys could see a little bit more of the trail behind you when backing up on the trail or on the road. And Boosted Auto is big with their tow mirrors, so this is probably their version of the tow mirror for the Jeep, because you guys can tow with the Jeep, but you're just limited. So they come up with a tow mirror for the Jeep, which I think is really cool and really gives more or versatility to the Jeep community. And nonetheless, that they also give you the lights on the other side. But we're going to get these installed now. I'm going to start breaking some of the stuff down, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that we got to do that I think that you guys might have an issue or a concern with getting these installed on your vehicle. So, you know, just some simple things like taking off the door panels and stuff like that. So what do you say we get started on installing these? You guys started with this, first thing you want to do to install your mirrors is take off the door panels, and they're not very hard at all. All you got to do is up here underneath the handle is a little plate here, and all you got to do is pop that with a pick. Might be a little bit hard for you to see it here, but there's a little tab there, and all you got to do is reach up in there and pull it out. And what I do is I put all the certain parts in the different containers, so this way we keep track of things. And then what's left to do is that there's 5 screws. There's 1 torque screw here, 2 torque screws here, and there's 2 torque screws down here. And I do, by the way, have my helper here, so he might get into the frame every now and then. He's floating around here, and you might hear him bark. What we're going to do now is remove these, and what we're going to do is just use the torque bits and the Milwaukee driver. Just remember to go slow, and the torque bits down here on the bottom are smaller than the other 3. And I'm just going to put these in my bucket. So, and then the last one to do is up here in the handle. Then all that's left here are these body tabs, and then what you want to do is just get your trim tool here, and there's these little tabs that go down around here. I found it easy. It's not as easy using the trim tool as much as is just giving them quick little jerks, but use your trim tool to get yourself underneath them, because what you're going to have to do is put the ignition on to lower the window. So once you get your hand under here, then all you got to do is give it a quick jerk, just like that. There's one here. And just work around the door. And then once your door handle pops up, now I'll try and bring you around here and show you guys how to take apart the inside of your door. Now once you have your door panel off, and as you can see here, I'll show you the little tabs here in a minute. But there's a plug down here that you just want to take off. Just pull that off, and then now your electronic part of the door is off. And then what you want to do is to remove your door handles, and the top one here that's black, all of that is just popping this out. And if you guys are familiar with bicycle cables, it's just the same way as a bicycle cable. Now the bottom one, all you have to do is there's two tabs here that you have to push in on, and to get that out, and all I do is use a set of pliers. And then that's all you have to do there. And then now you can remove your door panel. Now to remove the mirror, all you want to do is remove these 3 screws, and then your mirror will come off, but then you have a plug on the other side of the mirror that you also have to unplug. So what we want to do now is we're going to turn the vehicle on and lower the window down, so this way we could reach the mirror and somewhat unplug it. So I'm going to roll the window down and start taking that mirror off. Just to loosen these up a little bit, and then I will finish driving it out with the driver screws. Now I won't loosen the top one. I won't take the top one all the way out, only because I'm going to hold it there while I unplug it, so it's a little bit easier to do. So now to remove this mirror, we got it loose. Now I'm just going to hold it here and just finish taking this screw out on this side, and then just drop the mirror out. And as you can see here, here's your plug, and there is a little zip tie on this side, so I'm going to cut that. And then now I can maneuver my mirror around, and then all you got to do now is to unplug it, is to detach it here, push down on the tab, make sure your mirrors, hold on to your mirror, and just pull it off. And now let's go over to the workbench and see the difference in sizes of the mirrors. So here is the difference in sizes of the mirrors. So it's kind of look, it's going to kind of be like that is how your difference is, where your where your mirrors are going to change and how much bigger they are. But I already have the other one installed on the other side. We're going to get this installed, and I'm going to show you guys how to run the wire down through the door. I'm going to run my wire down through here, but I also have to go around the door frame this way and out to the other side to where there's a grommet, which I'll take you around and show you where the grommet's at, where we want the wiring to come through. So it might be a little bit easier to show you. So actually the hole on the other side of the door is like down in here. So we got to go down around the window frame, but first we're going to bring this window up to where it's about here, and you'll see that here in a minute. And then I'll fish my wire through, attach the wire to this side, and pull it back out this side to where it's almost even with this, and then we'll zip tie the ends here together. So let me get a piece of wire, and we're going to start fishing that through. So here is the grommet on the other side of the door that I was telling you about that runs down through here, and this is where all your wiring for your head or your mirror come down through. But the new harness that we're going to be running is right here, and it doesn't matter which way you hook these up because they're both the same plug on each end. So we're going to fish this wire through this grommet, up and around, and out through the door. So what I found the easiest thing to do was remove this grommet. Now you want to make sure you're wiring for the mirror itself, because this wire controls all your factory settings on the new mirrors. So this wire stays in here. What the new wire does, your backup lights and your trail lights and your blinkers and your running lights. So now we got to fish all those wires up through. So now we're just going to try and get this down through here. So I might get in your way in a minute. Finish fishing this down through and pull this out. So now I'll have my wire through the outside of the mirror. Is tape the harness that is provided in the kit with you to my wire. And then what's left to do is try and fish this back up through there. Now that we have our wire ran through here, on the other side I did zip tie the wiring to the other harness. So here is the grommet that I was telling you guys about, and there is no specific way on how this grommet goes on. So it's just going to go like this, and what I'm going to do is split this grommet so this way I could run the new wiring right through this grommet and don't have to worry about it chafing off of any metal. All I'm going to do is work this grommet back in here. So now that we have the grommet, and here's the new wiring harness for the trail mirror. So before I will run all of this down through here and zip tie all of this, I am going to install the mirror. And to install the mirror, we got to go around to the other side and hook up the factory plug to this, and then we're going to hook up the new wiring harness to this, because that's what I said runs your trail lights, your marker lights, and your reverse lights. So I'm going to run around the other side and hook these up. And I'm going to snug this up as tight as I could by hand. Can you take the doors off with these mirrors? Yes, you can. Because of the fact that with the extra harness you threw in here, here's where your detachment for the doors are also going to be. Okay, now our mirrors are attached here, and I'm going to put this wire up here, and we're just going to take a step back, see what they look like, because I'm also going to do a test here to make sure the mirrors work correctly. Here is what the mirror is looking like with it on. So I'll take you guys around and show you the front sides of them. So with the mirrors on, here's what we are looking like now. You guys know what they look like with the factory ones on. We got the mirrors all hooked up and installed on the 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X4XE, and we do have the wiring all ran, but there is an instruction video out there by Boosted Auto, which I will share that instructional video in the link down below. So definitely check that out. I referred back to that video to learn how to install it, and I installed it exactly that way, which we didn't do a test yet on this, but I want to go over some of the wiring that we did to show you guys how I wired it and where I wired it from. So I have a flashlight here. So coming around into most of your wiring is going to be done from the passenger side. That's where a lot of the wiring is going to be. So up in here, well, up in there is where all your connections are. And what I did was, as you guys could see, the blue cable covering, that is the wiring that goes over to the passenger side from the passenger door, which to take these off is just to take your doors off, they also, in the intermediate harness, they give you a plug here. So when you unplug your doors, all you got to do is also unplug the intermediate harness from the door, and the doors will come off. So going around to the front of the engine compartment, and there you see I have it come up out of anything. All my accessories are going to be in blue, but there is in their instruction video, it says that you guys you have to remove the fenders. Well, we didn't. And what I did was just run everything out of the firewall as instructed in the video, pulled down the wheel liner, and it's only held on. Their instruction video is real good with that. It tells you how to take the fender off, but you don't need to remove the fender, just drop the wheel well. You just got to watch these plastic rivets that are up in here. I'm trying to hold my light here. That are up in here. This one we're going to have to just replace because we had to pull that one out. But outside of that, we were able to reach down in there, grab it, and do all of our install from there. Then it comes up out of the wheel well here, and right here is the wiring for the ditch lights, I call them, or the trail lights that are on the exterior of the camera or on the exterior of the mirrors, which I didn't hook up yet, which we are going to do that. I'm probably going to do that in a later video, so that way show you guys how to access your interior auxiliary switches. And then I ran the wiring across the top of the firewall. Once again, down into this side, as you guys could see right there. And then I just tapped it there. That was easier to tap than the other side because there was only one tap on this side, and it was a lot more open. So that's all it really took to do that. You don't have to take the fenders off, because I was going to take the fenders off, but then I seen with all the clips that you might break, have to get more clips. Well, I don't have no clips here in the shop, so I just wanted to do a little try and revamp it a little bit to see if you necessarily really have to. It does give you easy access to the plugs to adapt to tap into them, but you don't have to. You can reach up there with two hands, no problem. Just takes a little bit more time. So we're gonna button this back up, and then we're gonna come back and give these lights a test. The mirror's all hooked up. I even did hook up the trail lights. I have made another video on how to access the wiring for the auxiliary light switches inside the Jeep. So if you want, check out that video, which I'll be posting that here at a later time, because we just wanted to get this all buttoned up, and I just wanted to make another video, and we are going out to some events, so we'll be dropping that video at a later date, so don't forget to subscribe. So now that we have it all hooked up, I'm going to go through a little cycle here with you guys and see what it is, and then I'm also going to put the vehicle in reverse. This way you guys could see how it lights up down the side and things like that. So let me get in and give this a little test for you. So there you have a little test, a little install video of you guys. Like I said earlier in the video, there is an excellent install video by Boosted Auto on their YouTube channel or on their website. You could access it that way. But like I said, I'll also share that link in the description below. So if you have any questions, follow that video. I follow that video to the T, and it was perfect. It was no problem, and everything went smoothly with it and whatnot. But these are the trail mirrors. I'm probably going to maybe do another review video of these in the daylight and at night, because it is late here in the shop and I don't want to be coming in and out of the shop all night and waking people up and things like that. Not that this thing is too loud, because it is a 4XE and it's rather quiet and stealthy. So, but like I said, I hope this video, guys, helps you guys out in picking out a pair of these trail mirrors. They're awesome. I like them. They're a little bit bigger than the normal ones. And they also have the concave mirror in there, as you've seen. So it does add a little bit more visibility to it. But because these mirrors are a little bit bigger on the Jeep, I think it's just going to take me a little bit more used to doing it. Having a bigger mirror on the Jeep, because you're just not used to seeing a little bit bigger mirror on the Jeep. And they're awesome. The blinker sequence, the start sequence when the light comes on, how you guys seen how they activate and go back, and the fact that you guys have trail mirrors in here. These are awesome for the off-road enthusiast. So if you're an off-road enthusiast, these would definitely be a must-have mirror, just to be as a ditch light, just to give you a little bit more light on the trail. As far as projecting the light out, I don't think they're going to project too far out, because they are small and it is what it is. But just to give you enough lighting on the side of the trail that you're going down, that you're going to be able to see anything on this off to the side of you, is such an awesome. And the reverse lights, like you've seen, is awesome in the off-road. This way you guys could see what you're backing up to, and you see alongside you more. You see it more in the camera. And then even in a dim-lit parking lot, backing up into a parking spot or anything like that, they are nice. So I think these are definitely going to be a must-have for any Jeep enthusiast. So I hope this video, guys, help you out. Till next time, I'm Joe, driving trucks and Jeeps and hunting bucks is how I roll with Wicked Fabz.